All right. Hey everyone, and welcome back to DME Decoded. I am your host, Henry June. On the last video, we talked about how nurses can observe defense medical exams, what are their roles, and the three major medical exams that are out there. Today, we're going to discuss about legal nurse consultants, LNCs for short. Whether you're a nurse looking for a pivot out of the clinical practice, an attorney looking for a nurse to look at your medical records, or even someone that is just curious about the field, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to discuss about, in 15 minutes, these three topics. What is a legal nurse consultant? What is the history? We're going to talk about what organizations you can be involved in so that you can learn more about the niche and also how you can improve upon on reading medical records, being an expert witness, and so forth. And finally, we're going to talk about three main legal spheres that you can get involved in so that you can assist attorneys. I will be referencing a book, which is going to be the Legal Nurse Consulting Principles and Practice, the fourth edition. Now let's jump in. We're going to start with the foundations. We're going to define the legal nurse consultant, the history, the role, and also the value of the legal nurse consultant. Okay, so the American Association of Legal Nurse Consultants, they define a LNC as a licensed registered nurse who performs critical analysis of clinically related issues in a variety of settings within the legal arena. For attorneys, we are the clinical strategists pretty much. We apply specialized knowledge to evaluate the standard of care, the causation, and damages for the case. Think of it like this. We are the ultimate translator for the attorney when it comes to medical cases. We take dozens of disorganized medical records and hospital policies and synthesize them into clear, actionable, and legally related opinions. We don't summarize, we provide clinical analysis and professional opinions necessary for the case valuation and strategy. For those of you that are just viewing, I want to let you know that legal nurse consulting is not a new thing. It's not a trendy job. This has been in existence since the early 1970s. Nurses were first recognized as expert witnesses in nursing malpractice cases. But during the 1980s, attorneys realized the value that nurses have behind the scenes on medical legal matters, not just negligence. So, why the shift? Nurses are the experts on nursing practice standards. We are also a cost effective alternative to physician consultants who are unavailable due to their practice demands. This solidified our essential role in areas far broader than just negligence, including personal injury, criminal cases, and workers' compensation cases. We identify a breach in the standard of care, research and synthesize complex medical literature, prepare detailed chronologies and timelines that track clinical events and causation, and we flag missing records. Our professional input is truly foundational to the success of the legal strategy. The fundamental belief that continues to be important today is that the legal nurse consultant is a specialty practice of nursing, not of the law. This clinical foundation is why our opinion holds so much weight. It is the application of years of clinical training and to the legal problem. Understanding the profession starts with understanding its organization. We're going to move on to the second section, which is the AALNC and achieving the LNCC certification. For the nurses that are watching and listening, I hope that this is helping you understand that there is something else out there for you to do besides going to the clinical setting to help out those that are in the legal field, attorneys, in deciphering medical records and helping out their clients in their time of need. Now let's go into section 2. For nurses looking to enter the field and for attorneys seeking out a qualified consultant, you must know about the premier professional body, the American Association of Legal Nurse Consultants, or the AALNC. That the AALNC is not sponsoring me or giving me any type of funds to promote their organization. This organization is great. They have a network of people that are willing to help you. They have different chapters, which I'm going to go over in this presentation. The AALNC was founded in 1989, specifically to promote professional achievement of registered nurses consulting in the legal arena. This organization's contributions are numerous, fostering professionals' relationships, and setting the standards for the specialty. The AALNC builds community through its chartered chapters for local networking and education. It's also a major source of continuing education, including its annual educational and networking forum, which is our field's largest annual conference. They are an accredited provider for continuing nursing education by the ANCC, ensuring the education you receive is top tier. This organization offers accessible resources such as the Legal Nurse Consulting Professional Course for those that are starting out. They have frequent webinars on clinical, legal, and practice management topics. They even periodically host a free webinar entitled So You Want to Be a LNC. Now let's address the most important credential, the Legal Nurse Consultant Certified or LNCC credential. Just to let you know, from one LNC to another, and to attorneys and to nurses out there, you do not need to have this certification prior to assisting attorneys in their cases. If it's personal injury, workers' compensation, or medical malpractice, You don't need to have this certification prior to starting your jump into legal nurse consulting. It is advised to get this, but you don't necessarily have to get it. All right, so this is crucial. Now, the difference between the certificate of completion and a certification. A certificate only means you've completed a course. Certification, specifically the LNCC, means you have met practice eligibility requirements and passed a rigorous accredited examination. The LNCC is the only certification in legal nurse consulting recognized by the AALNC. The LNCC is governed by the American Legal Nurse Consulting Certification Board and is accredited by the Accreditation Board of Specialty Nursing Certification. This is the gold standard for validating a nursing specialty. Why does the certification matter? For nurses, it validates your expertise and commitment. For attorneys, seeing an LNCC designation assures that your consultant has demonstrated an expert level of knowledge and adheres to the highest professional standard in the field. Now that we know who we are and where we belong, let's explore the wide world of LNC practice by dividing into three major specialties. LNC practice is incredibly diverse. While medical negligence is a huge part, let's look at three other key practice areas where your knowledge as a nurse is not only useful but essential. Workers' compensation. When an employee sustains an injury on the job, the LNC expertise is used to evaluate the necessary appropriateness of the ongoing medical treatment. For attorneys and claim adjusters, we determine if the treatment is related to a specific injury, if it meets the established clinical guidelines, and we assess disability ratings. With this subspecialty, it requires a strong understanding of occupational medicine and the complex balance between patient recovery. Our clinical objectivity is key to managing the costs and duration of the claim. Criminal cases, defense and prosecution. This is often the most high stakes and ethically challenging area. LNCs consult on everything from murder to assault to child abuse and complexity hearings. We are called upon to interpret autopsy reports, forensic evidence for the court. On the defense side, we might analyze the accused medical history to determine if a condition could be explained. For the prosecution, we analyze the injury patterns to see if they are consistent with the alleged injury. We ensure the court's understanding of the medical facts. And lastly, personal injury, PI cases. The legal nurse consultant is critical for establishing the causation and determining the full extent of the damages, such as a slip and fall. So there you have it, a 15-minute breakdown of what a legal nurse consultant is, the history, an organization that you can consider joining if you want to become a legal nurse consultant, and three major legal arenas you can get into as a legal nurse consultant. If you found this class helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. Every 2 weeks, I'm going to post a video about legal nurse consulting and the different specialties that are out there. And the book that I used as reference is the Legal Nurse Consulting Principles and Practice, 4th edition. I hope that you have a good day, and I hope to see you next time.